Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's live stream. Let me know. Be sure that the sound sounds good. Whatever. Go ahead, send me a message. I know it's been a while since we've had a stream. I'm super, super, super excited to be back for a number of reasons that we'll go ahead and cover. I just want to go ahead and hide some of this stuff here. So first of all, I made this announcement in the Discord. We made our transition, or we're in the early stages of our transition into the One Trade brand. This is a vision that I've shared with my very good friend Spanx for a very, very long time. And the whole goal, I've always thought, I've looked out there and I've seen the communities that are out there. I've seen the services that are out there, and I've always been so disappointed. And I've always thought that someone could do a much better job. And that's where I wanted to step in and sort of create this really, really, really great service for a trading community. So if you haven't already, feel free to check out our new website, onetradeglobal.com. And you can also follow us on Instagram and Twitter at OneTradeGlobal. Feel free to check all of that out. Put a lot of work into this. It's just a really, really beautiful website. Kind of tells you everything that we do and everything that we're going to be offering. So with that said, let's not waste any more time and let's dive right into the charts. It's been a while since we've done a live stream, so we're going to really sort of take a step back. And you're saying that the mic is low? Let me see here. I have my settings are up pretty good, but I can try to turn it up a little bit more. Let me know if that's a little bit better. I'm pushing red on this, so on my end it shows that the mic is pretty loud. So I guess maybe a couple other people chime in and let me know. Let me know what you think on sound. Okay, cool. So boy, I gotta take a look here. We gotta like go back and see like what we want to be looking at here on the chart. I want to look at our higher time frame chart before we dive in. Let's look here. Which one do we want to take a peek at here first? Pull up our weekly. Okay, so this is the higher time frame chart that I've been watching for quite some time, and if you guys recall, I had this really nice kind of initial plan where I said, let me see here. Where are you? Well, anyway, I had this really nice initial plan here, and I'll just go ahead and redraw it, where I was looking for a deviation up to this level. If you guys recall, my initial plan was to look for a deviation up to this level, lose this, and go down. And I said, if we can hold above October high, which we will go ahead and mark out as here. Right here. This is October's high. I said as long as we hold above October's high, I'm going to be looking for higher. So it's that simple. And we'll go ahead and dive into like what I've personally been doing. I know that I've been sort of MIA for the last couple weeks here, and that's because I've been working on the One Trade stuff. I just haven't had time to be trading and doing live streams. This stuff does take a lot of time to do. But yeah, so like as long as we're above here, I'm like, yeah, I really do think that we're gonna go higher. And what I had said is that so as long as we've gained acceptance back into this macro channel here. So let's just go ahead and hide some of this here just so you can get a very, very abundantly clear picture of this image here. How does channel trading work? Okay, well, we have support here, was flipped to resistance, back tested that resistance, came down, had clear acceptance back into the range. And what do you expect when you break back into a channel like this? You simply expect a rotation to the midline and back to the top. It's just very simply how channel trading works, right? So I had said, so as long as we've gained acceptance back into here, there's really no reason that we shouldn't see a move up to the midline. And we're really right about there. And we're coming up on, in my opinion, like a really key spot of resistance. And we're going to do a couple different things here and just take a look at, some different analytics to see kind of taking the volume profile of this channel. Volume profile down here. Yeah. Yeah, so in my opinion, like we're really coming up on a key zone here. I mean, really, I would say that really anywhere in here, we are, I'll put it to this way. Let's call it the danger zone. We'll call it the danger zone. For me, really anywhere in here, I'm not going to be looking for swing longs. In my opinion, anything kind of in this zone is more or less like, yeah, I'm not going to be looking for swing longs here. Will I long on a lower time frame? Yeah, sure. What the hell? Why not? But yeah, I'm not going to be looking for any kind of like a swing long position. So as long as we're in this red box, could we see a move up towards this high here and the midline? Absolutely. Could we simply start to reject from here? Absolutely. But really, if I were to guess, there's a couple things initially. I'm going to leave it at this for our higher time frame analysis, and I want to switch charts and go down to our lower one. I think that the thing that you want to really take note of is that this, in my opinion, is kind of like I said, we'll call it like the danger zone. I would not be looking to swing long this zone. Would I long it? Sure. Yeah, I would long in here. I would do some longs, but I'm definitely not going to be looking to do a swing long. Yeah, this is a really well-respected zone. And I like this level a lot too. So what you can see what I did here is I just took the previous range right here. This is the previous range value area high. Previous range value area high. That's going to be a key zone right there, or a key level, I should say. And really, this will kind of be our higher time frame chart for the time being, I think. I think that this is what I'm going to be looking for here. Do we have any fresh monthly levels? Oof, look at this. We do. We do have a fresh monthly level right here. So yeah, without a doubt, this zone, anywhere in here, I'm not going to be looking for swing longs, but especially this zone, I actually may even be interested in shorting. Like really, really, really seriously swing shorting. Not just like, yeah. Let's go ahead and I want to really highlight that zone as really key. All right, and that zone is, between 43 and 45. This will be our high time frame chart for the time being. Someone asked me like, where would you be looking to buy spot? Um, I mean, here's what I'll just tell you right off the top of my head here. Um, so at the end of the day, right, with this analysis, like nobody really knows what's going to happen. Okay, so here's what I can do for you is I can point out levels that are really, 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 really important, and I'll just tell you if those zones get hit, where my thought process is going to be. So where's my thought process going to be for adding spot or heavily looking for longs? We may never see this level, but if we come down here, I will absolutely be buying. Why is that? Because let's just take a look. Support, flip to resistance, back tested as resistance, breakthrough, right? Distribution, back test, right? Maybe we get some kind of a, maybe we do something like this, kind of come down here, back up to this zone here, whatever, and then we get a huge open interest wipe, and we spend some time down here, and then we can maybe have some degree of continuation. So like this zone for me, I would heavily, be looking to buy. Of course, I would want to see confirmations, etc., but nonetheless, this area is 100% a buy for me. No doubt about it. If this level is lost, I would want to see a sweep of these equal lows. I actually don't think that that's going to happen. For a while I did, but here's what I want to point out too is you can see that we have some equal lows over here that never got taken, and when those never got taken, the sound's bad again. What's wrong with it? Is it working better? Oh, let me know, guys. Your sound's working. I obviously. How is the sound? Is it working better? Low sound. Crazy. I have my sound turned up super loud, but I'll turn it up more. Okay, cool. Well, I hope that that's better. So anyway, you can see here that we had these equal lows over here. We had these ones here. These never got taken. I think that this is a very similar situation where we don't see it taken. But let's say that we do. If we, by some miracle, came through and did rip these lows, this would be a major buy for me. And I really don't think that we would spend a lot of time down here with the way that price is trading right now. We're honestly going to have to wait and see. Yeah, we're just going to have to sort of wait and see what happens with all of this, but these are really my two super key zones where I would be interested in buying. And like I said, someone mentioned spot buying to me. This is probably where I would be most interested in doing that, would be like around these zones. Okay. So this is our high time frame chart. I am going to, we're basically going to save this, and every week for our live stream, this is the very first chart that we're going to look at. And we're going to do an update and sort of see like, okay, where did everything land? Where are we sitting? How is our higher time frame chart looking? Okay. So we'll save this and we'll move on to our primary chart that we're going to be doing our analysis on today. Going down to a lower time frame, I pointed this out to you guys, and I said this many times over the last month, and I said there really is no reason to be shorting. Okay, here's what I'm going to point out to you, and this absolutely just kills me. This just kills me. Okay, I said there's no reason to be shorting, and here's what you want to do. You want to be longing, okay, taking profit at highs, and then moving your stop loss up higher to the next low. Long here, move your stop loss here. 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 Long here, move it. Just keep longing and keep moving your stop loss up on dips. It's really that simple. You know, I said this before, and I kept saying it, and there was one person, it was Hawkiniz in the Discord. He posted this great chart and was like, oh yeah, this just keeps working. And it does. All you want to do is continue to long and continue to move your stop loss up. It is really that simple. And continue to, you know, take profit at highs off of pumps, right? You get a really big pump to the upside, take some profits, add more when it dips. And that strategy works really, 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 really well. And if we just go ahead and look back, you know, and again, like, why did I say to do that? You know, like, oh, MLOC, like, why were you saying that, like, that's what we should do? Well, let's just look back here. You know, if we look back at this price action, which is very, very, very similar, right? We had this sort of upwards trending sort of PA, right, for quite some time. And people are always expecting, like, oh, well, we can't continue higher until we sweep these lows, right? People want to say, well, what here, I would long this. You know, if we got a wick like this that swept these lows, I would long that. Well, the reason that that's not going to happen is because ultimately price is behaving in such a way that it's going to sideline a lot of people. So if you're like waiting for the dip, you know, you're going to be waiting for a really, really long time. It may never come. You know, that said, I really personally, I do believe that I don't believe that this is just suddenly going to be ripping to 70 or 80K. I just really don't have any reason to believe that right now. For me, this is still, I don't know. I don't feel like this is the quote-unquote bull market. I do think that we'll get a really nice dip that we will get to buy, but on a lower time frame, again, like, just any dips, just buy them. Don't short. Just go ahead and buy dips. Keep moving your stop loss up, and then guess what? When the dip, when and if it comes, right, and it dumps, well, guess what? You took profit here because that's where your stop loss was. So you didn't lose money, you still made money because you were longing, and moving your stop loss up over time. Your original stop loss was here, and now your last stop loss was here. So look at the difference between that, from 33K up to 39K. That's $7,000 more $7,000 more up in price on BTC that you moved your stop loss to. Right? So that's the strategy, and that's what I recommend. Just time and time again. Don't overthink it. Keep it simple. This is easy season. You know, I know that for a long time, like, everybody in the group, we were doing mental gymnastics, and I personally love this. Personally, I really love this price action a lot. But we were doing mental gymnastics, trading all of this for the longest time. And we killed it. I mean, absolutely killed it. We did way better than, I would say, the large majority of people when it came to trading this nice range here. That said, we don't have to do all the mental gymnastics that we did here in order to trade this. It's not as complex, let's just say. Okay, cool. So we've sort of done a little recap on where we've been and where we're at now. I would just like to, I'm going to go ahead and clean up my chart a little bit, and I'm going to do some very fresh analysis here. And go ahead and update everything and just point out some key zones and key levels and talk about, like, what we should be expecting next. And look at the delta and kind of all the behind the scenes stuff that we like to look at in order to do our analysis. So just bear with me here. If you guys have any questions while I'm doing this analysis, feel free to ask. Otherwise, yeah, like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and dive right in. All right. Let's go ahead and just we're gonna go ahead and start from the beginning here. Let's go ahead to our yearly. Yeah, so that's a yearly level. Holy shit. All right, look at that. Boom, yearly level right there. We are going to really thicken that guy up right there. That's a yearly level that we're pretty damn close to. And I believe that's the midline as well. All right, let's go down to a monthly. So monthly level, we have, this is a key SR flip monthly. This one is no longer that. And you know what? I'm actually going to just get rid of this one. This is a fresh monthly here as well. Oops. Fresh monthly here as well. This is an SR monthly. SR. Monthly and the yearly right on top of each other. And then of course we have this monthly here. I'm going to go ahead and hide this one and hide this one. I think that this is pretty interesting because if we simply go like this, what's interesting about this is it kind of actually forms a range. Let's go down to our weekly levels. Remove that weekly. We don't need it anymore. We have an untapped weekly level up here. I don't really think we're going to visit that one. So I'm going to go ahead and hide these. This is an SR weekly. But I don't think we need it. I'm actually just going to get rid of these as well. I'll leave that for now. Yeah, so there's really no key weekly levels. We do have a new one right here, but with the monthly so close, I'm not too keen on that one, but we'll go ahead and mark it anyway. Go ahead and mark that as a weekly, and that is also an untapped weekly. SR, support resistance flip. I'm just saying it's like a support or resistance flip. So like this is, so you know, like looking here, support, lost it, flip to resistance. Like it's just an area that like can be either support or resistance, and it's kind of like in the past been a contested area. I don't know if I really want to look at daily. Yeah, daily doesn't seem, I'm not really going to dive into the daily right now. All right, let's look at our previous month levels. Previous month. Go ahead and update that stuff here. Previous month low. Monthly open is here. Previous month high. All right, take a look at our previous week. Previous week. We'll go ahead and mark it. Previous week high, weekly open, previous week low. All right. Let's look at our current Monday range. So far our Monday range is here. Okay. Go ahead and hide that. Let's take a look at our channels here, what we have local. It's kind of a local channel that we drew out. It's our sideways, key mid time frame, macro. Yeah, for me this is the really important one, right? Yeah, so I'm going to do similar to what I did here. And I'm just going to mark this out with a simple box. And we're just going to go ahead and write in here and say, midline, yearly, monthly. And then that way we can go ahead and hide these levels and clean up the chart a little bit. That's that key trend line that I do think we will revisit. So this trend line is pretty interesting for me, and I'll show you what this trend line is. Actually just the bottom of a channel for me. I'll go ahead and point this out to you. This is sort of that channel that I really, really, really like. Now, let me see. I just want to draw this quick because there's a couple different ways. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, so this zone would be another back test area for me that I'd potentially look to long. If we got like a really big flush, say, something like this. Again, I might be interested in longing that. So let's go ahead and just zoom out really quick here. So yeah, this is another really interesting channel for me that if we were to break above this resistance, I'd definitely be looking to this midline here instead of the one prior. But I don't think that we need to get too much into that yet. I think that we'd be getting a little ahead of ourselves there. All right, let's check out the volume profile. I do want to bring just that macro channel back up because I think that this is where we really want to be paying attention. I'm going to hide this. Hmm. All right, so I think this is a really nice way to be looking at this chart right now, just as we get started with before we, again, kind of get more into the lower time frame analysis. Um, I think that this is a really, again, this is a really, I would not, I'm not looking for swing longs here all long on lower time frames. I think that this is going to be a really good short zone if price can actually reach that area. Like this whole zone up here, I just think is a really, really good area to short. Again, the whole spot buy question, if we come anywhere down in here, anywhere in this area, I think that this might start being a good place to start buying. This is a really key support zone. If this is lost, then man, that ain't going to look good. But I really think that at this point, we're just really, really channel trading. And I wouldn't be surprised that if price does spend a little bit of time in here, in this sort of gray box, that's actually what I'm going to be looking for like the next probably I don't know, week or two. All right, so now with that said, let's go down to a lower time frame and let's kind of take a look here at what that's going to look like. I'm going to divvy this out just a little bit more. And I'm actually going to hide this because I don't know how much use that's going to be to us right now. All right, let's take a look. At this point, I actually want to take a look at some other forms of analysis here. CVD. Wow. Holy shit, no wonder why we pumped. Large amounts of open interest here. Not crazy. Let's take a look at our do they change these values? Here we go. This is what I want. Yeah, okay. So 20 billion in positive delta. Usually a decent place to start wiping out some open interest. A lot of longs opening on every single dip. We have a lot of longs trapped at the highs. Okay. Let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit more. Let's look for really key areas here. Okay. Let's look at our heat map for the week. Again, I want to change this setting to max. They're on 37, not surprising. Let's look at the last month. Down to 34. Let's look at 3 months. Yeah, 24, 33. Okay. Open interest primarily around that 38, 37 level could act as support. Let's go ahead and crack these open. Not surprising, it's being heavily shorted. Alright, yeah, a lot of Shorts really building up into this high, which is good because I can see a setup playing out here. Zoom out on this just a bit here. I want to take a look at some open interest profiles here. You know what I'm actually gonna do? Let's just do this once. I want to take a look at that. So October 25th. That's about 30. Okay. I'm just gonna merge all these volume profiles, and we're gonna take a look back here. Right now I have no reason to believe that that CME gap will ever get hit again. The question was, what do you think about the CME gap at around 20K? Should close at some point. Right now, there's no reason to believe that we'll ever close that. Obviously, that's subject to change, but right now I have no reason to believe that we'll close that. Not all CME gap. We have a CME gap at 3K. We don't need to go and fill the one at 3K. You know what I'm saying? Alright, let's take a look at the volume profile here. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm looking at the value area. If I show you on a chart, what I did is I'm just looking at the value area of this whole area here. Okay, but I'm looking at it on this TPO chart because I just want to see where, like, so the point of control is 37,125. The value area is 38, 34. Okay, so yeah, this is okay. Yeah, so this is pretty much what I would want to see. This sort of this definitely, like, you know, I sort of have a trading plan, something that I want to do. How accurate is this? 37. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it is looking good. I sort of have a trading plan that I'm looking at here, and what I can tell you is that I can see this setup starting to form already. We do have some nice, trapped shorts here. Massive amount of shorts open up at this level here, as well as here. Currently holding the value area low of the day. So what I want to do, so here's what I'm doing right now, guys. Is I want to come up with a trading plan for the week and take a look at some setups that we can take this week specifically. I want to look at some trades that we can start to take. I don't want to wait to take trades. I want to start taking some. Okay, I think this is a really nice channel, very important channel to have, being that we spent, I mean, almost probably 5 weeks we spent in this channel, and it provided you with a lot of really great trades. So something you should definitely have on your charts. Hold this fixed range again here. I'm gonna have this one extend. Okay, let's take a look at the previous month again. Previous month high here. Previous, okay, monthly open here. Okay, Monday range is currently, Monday low is there. Okay, so being that we're at 20 billion, let me look at this too. So this is something else I want to point out to you guys. Look at how much spot selling is going on here. Holy shit, this is a massive, the largest bit of spot selling that we have seen thus far throughout this entire pump. Let's go ahead and let's go to a higher time frame. Wow, look at that. Yeah, throughout this whole pump, there's been such a massive amount of spot selling, but none this aggressive. None this aggressive at all. Meanwhile, perps is what's really holding up the price. So this is all stuff that I like to see, and here's my thought process right now, and I'm just going to show you guys what I'm thinking. Let's take a look. You guys know how much I absolutely love ranges. Why isn't the previous week showing? Oh, that's weekly. Previous week. Okay, so that's also the previous week high and the Monday open. Okay. So here is what I'm thinking. Previous month high plus range value area high. We have the range POC here. I don't think that's going to be too important. So we all know how much I love the Monday range. I would say I wonder if we can get a nice, I'm going to try one more. I just want to look at a couple more things really quick. We can get a nice, where did my other one go? Is it in volume profile? Local. Give me just a second here. I just want to find something quick. There you are. benchmark these areas of liquidity really quick. 40.96. $40.96. And then we have 40.42. 40.42. And then we have 39.71. $42.33. Right above. Let's look at this heat map really quick. 12 hours. Hotspot is that 41. 41. And 37,400 zone. 37,400. This is a key one. These ones are all pretty small. And this is the key one here. And that's also where we have some nice support on open interests. Alright, let's drop these into here. And then let's pull back up our current Monday range. Is that really our Monday range? Jesus Christ. And let's pull up back that channel. Alright, so okay. Alright. So thanks for bearing with me, guys. I know that this is a little bit longer, but I'm going to take some time to wrap this up, and then we'll talk a little bit more about like what this is going to look like. I think moving forward, we'll be doing much more analysis, obviously. But I just wanted to give you guys sort of like an idea of where I'm at right now and what I'm thinking for our current week. First setup, very simple. I want to look for a sweep to the upside, like an SFP. We'll look for like an SFP, you know, move up like this, close below, maybe a back test here, and then a move down. Or some kind of a deviation play where we then lose and we get back below. Similarly, if price comes down and we sweep this low here, I would be looking for a long position to simply trade the range. Okay? If price loses this zone, I am definitely going to be looking for, you know, probably something to the effect of getting like a move down back in here. Okay, so like really this area of liquidity would be a pretty key spot for me. That I would be looking kind of like back to the bottom of this range where we wouldn't exactly come through and sweep all the lows, but we would do something like, you know, maybe we come down, sweep this, then we come down, we do this, we get a move back up, back test 618, and then we go like this. Or actually, let's go ahead and explore that. If I were to run this out in one go, okay, like next week or two play out, how would I want this to look? I think it would be great if we saw a sweep of this high, move down, back test, down here, sweep here, back up, and then down like this, cut through pretty hard, down to here like this, and then massive move up. If I were to like just very quickly draw something up and think like, oh, what would be really nice, this would be it. So what would that do? That would provide us with a short here. Oops. That would provide us with a short opportunity here that we would trade down to Monday low. That would provide us with a long opportunity here, which we would trade back up towards Monday's high at the very least, if not more. And then we would be looking for a, you know, long opportunity in here that we would actually look to trade up to our key zone of resistance here. Okay. So yeah, this would be my general setup if I were to just to like really take something and throw it together for the week. Like what would be ideal? Sweep deviation here, and obviously it doesn't have to play out exactly like this or in this order, but like this to me would be really nice. And you know, hey, maybe here it actually reclaims and we just go straight higher, right? Or maybe we do get that move down where we sort of sweep and come down here where we can look for then that bigger move to the upside. Okay. So right now, this is my plan for the week. I'm still long and chill from 35K. I haven't shorted here yet. I would like to short a sweeper deviation of Monday's high, and then we'll kind of go from there. But I think that this is really great sort of analysis for us to start with on this week. I'll go ahead and post this in the Discord so you guys can have an update there. But you know, as always, you know, thank you for joining me. This is oh shoot, here, let me see here. Oh yeah, okay, cool. As always, thank you for joining me. And I know I was sort of MIA for a while. I was just working on a lot of stuff behind the scenes and just had some things that I had to work on in my own life as well. But I am really genuinely happy to be back live streaming with you guys and trading again. It's just a game that I love to play. So yeah, this is the setup that I'm looking for. This is what I'm thinking. If we do not get the sweep here, I'm just gonna let you know, if we gain acceptance above Monday high, we're definitely going up to this level. Okay. So again, I'll post this in the Discord. If you guys have any more questions, do feel free to ask in the group if I didn't get to it today. As always, guys, thank you for joining me, and I'm really looking forward to this week. I'm really happy to be back. We'll have our office hours. I just want to show you guys this actually. We'll have our office hours as per usual on Monday, or I'm sorry, on Friday. But I want to show you guys this just so you can see, okay? If you go here, go to market analysis, you can go ahead and take a look at our upcoming weekly schedule, right? This is every single week. Memory Lock live stream on YouTube, Super live stream in the Discord, Braun in the Discord, me again 9 a.m. at the Discord, and Braun on Sunday. So we got you covered 5 days out of the week here that we're going to be doing analysis for you guys. Definitely keep an eye out. And again, if you want to see my most recent videos, you'll always find them here. We can see that this one is already getting uploaded here to the website. That's pretty cool. So again, as always, guys, thank you for joining me. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the Discord, and I'll be sure to have this stuff posted for you there. Have a good day, guys.